All right, tonight we start with a bombshell development about former Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe. Fox News tonight reporting that the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, is reviewing a recommendation from the FBI's Office of Professional Responsibility to give McCabe the axe. And sources are telling Fox News that firing McCabe before Friday, get this, would mean he would lose his taxpayer-funded pension. He's set to retire on Sunday. Something explosive has gone on here. Now, this new development is raising speculation that the DOJ's Inspector General's report about the FBI's phony Clinton email investigation, where the fix was in, that could be released soon. And Fox News has learned that the Inspector General's investigation has discovered that McCabe was not forthcoming about his approval for an FBI official to talk to reporters about the Bureau's investigation into the Clinton Foundation. And according to reports, this scandal is what forced McCabe to be removed from that position and placed on leave. And according to a Wall Street Journal report from earlier this year, McCabe waited an entire month to inform Congress. Remember those thousands of Uma Abedin emails that were found on Anthony Weiner's laptop? Why would he wait? Then, of course, there's the text message from the Trump-hating FBI lovers, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. Now, remember, they've mentioned talking to Andy. We think that's Andrew McCabe about that insurance policy. God forbid if Donald Trump won the election. And by the way, you have McCabe's wife, Jill. She took over $700,000 in political contributions from Hillary Clinton's ally, Terry McAuliffe, and another Democratic group for a failed Virginia state Senate run, an obscene amount of money. So when it comes to firing Andrew McCabe, the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, should not be contemplating a decision here because the answer is obvious and the facts are staring Sessions right in the face. McCabe is corrupt, and he is as crooked as they come. He is one of those deep state actors that we have been telling you about, and he needs to be held accountable. And firing McCabe, by the way, should only be a start. We know for a fact James Comey, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, other top FBI officials put the fix in, and they ignored overwhelming, incontrovertible evidence that Hillary Clinton, in fact, committed multiple felonies. Clinton should have been prosecuted. She never should have made it to November of 2016. It was an open and shut case. The evidence was all there. It didn't happen. The fix was in. It was rigged. And that's why McCabe, Comey, Strzok, Page, and all the other top FBI officials that played a hand in the sham of an investigation into Clinton, they should be terrified tonight about this DOJ Inspector General report that we expect to come out any day now. Now, criminal referrals should also be made to the DOJ. And if you believe in equal justice under the law, all of these deep state officials, they all need to be prosecuted. All right, also brand new tonight. Liberal hypocrisy reaches a stunning new level. Take a look at this video. There he is, Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders, working his way through an anti-Second Amendment rally on the steps of the U.S. Capitol. But notice, he's surrounded by armed security guys. Now, Bernie Sanders was not alone. We have other gun-grabbing liberal politicians. They all showed up to speak out against your Second Amendment rights to keep and bear arms and also predictably attack the NRA. Take a look.
Our Congressional Solidarity Walk-Up is here to say enough is enough. We need a vote now. We need a vote now. We need a vote now.
And it's common sense that we should get the assault rifles and the banana clips off the streets.
The NRA has made me public enemy #1, and I'm proud of it. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
I want to know, are you prepared to do whatever it takes to beat the gun lobby?
Are we gonna ban assault weapons? Are we going to have universal background checks?
Unbelievable. And then there's the anti-Second Amendment crusader, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who actually participated in a die-in in a protest in New York City. Take a look.
Gun control! Now! Gun control! Now!
Yeah, he has tons of security also. Just shameless hypocrites. They stand in front of crowds of people, no fear about their own personal safety, because they are surrounded by armed security, but they would deny those same protections to America's school children. Does that make any sense? By the way, here's a quick question. If being protected by armed police officers is good for these politicians, Shouldn't it be good for our children in America's schools? Pretty simple answer, right? And anyway, have you noticed that congressional Democrats, they are always the champions of gun-free zones, except places where they work. There's tons of security at the Capitol. And the same goes for Hollywood liberals. Now, those pompous award ceremonies have more security than Fort Knox. But in their minds, it's outrageous for schools to take the same precautions that they have. You want to protect America's schools and our kids. The solutions are obvious. I have highlighted them on this show. You need comprehensive threat security assessments. You need control points of entry. You need to secure the perimeters. You need school IDs, metal detectors, and, yes, concealed carry, armed, highly trained, retired, former police and military. Now, by the way, the House did take a step forward today. They overwhelmingly passed a school safety bill that awards grant money to states to help train teachers and students and law enforcement officials to stop the violence in schools. It's a good start, but it's not good enough. America's schools, our kids, deserve the same security that liberals demand for themselves. All right, also tonight, the acting director of ICE slamming Nancy Pelosi for daring, if you can believe it, to call federal immigration authorities that risk their lives every single day to keep this country safe. Nancy called them cowardly. Watch this.
Not only did she say they were cowardly, she said that, ICE was terrorizing immigrant communities. First of all, you're talking about law enforcement officers. These are men and women that put their lives on the line for this country every day. They strap a gun to their hip and leave the safety and security of their homes to defend this nation. So how dare you call them cowardly? And to say that we're terrorizing immigrant communities, the people we arrested during these California operations, looting the city of its acts with a juvenile, assault with deadly weapons, murder, these people were terrorizing immigrant communities. ICE went in there and removed these people from the communities.
So liberals like Nancy Pelosi, they're making it clear they have no problem putting American lives in danger to protect criminal illegal immigrants. And I'm not talking about DACA. I'm not talking about dreamers or people that have benefited from chain migration or the visa lottery. But these liberals, like the Oakland, California mayor liberal, what's her name, Libby Schaaf, they're aiding and abetting criminal illegal immigrants, those that have caused real harm to real American citizens and real American families. So it's hard to imagine how anyone could defend doing this. But of course, the left is, and we watch it every day. And that's why you have angel parents. Those are people whose children were killed by illegal immigrants. They are now rightly demanding that Mayor Schaaf face prosecution for obstruction of justice, protecting criminals, aiding and abetting people that shouldn't be in the country in the first place, and then commit other crimes. And liberals like to pretend that illegal immigrants don't commit crimes, but they're lying when they say that. And sadly, these angel parents are needlessly suffering all because of this. It's a national disgrace. It can be stopped. And if it happens again, those people protecting them, they are the ones to blame. Now, also tonight, liberals are channeling their rage to attack a brand new target. See the woman on the screen there. Democrats are now threatening to block the nomination of Gina Haspel to be the first female CIA director. Now, here's why. Haspel played a very key role in overseeing the enhanced interrogation techniques that were used at CIA black sites against top-level al-Qaeda terrorists. Of course, this is after 9/11. 3,000 Americans were killed. And the left can feign all the moral outrage they want, play all the politics they want, but facts are not on their side. The CIA, other top officials like Leon Panetta, who worked in the Obama administration, have said, and we'll show you this later tonight, that enhanced interrogation techniques, they worked. And it led to finding and killing Osama bin Laden. Without them, he probably would still be alive today. And people like Haspel literally saved American lives. In that sense, she's a patriot. Democrats should not put partisan, petty politics ahead of your national security. Now, of course, we would have preferred not to have been attacked on 9/11, but sadly, we all know evil does exist. Evil must be defeated. Radical Islamists came here. All right, finally tonight, I have a message to congressional Republicans after last night's special election in the 18th District of Pennsylvania. GOP members of Congress, take a good, long look in the mirror, because that could be your future. And if it happens, you'll have nobody to blame but yourselves. Now, you can put aside the fact that this was an interesting case because the Democrat, Conor Lamb, Well, he pretended to be pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, and even pro-Trump and anti-Pelosi. So he was kind of acting like a Republican. And he's quickly going to fall in line with whatever Nancy Pelosi tells him to do. Watch and see. But what happened last night should serve as a warning to all Republicans. You want to be successful in 2018, there's a simple solution. Keep all of the promises you make in campaign years. It's really that simple. That's the best politics. Make the country safer. Give us a great economy. Go back to your district, look your voters in the eye, and tell them that you did what you said you were going to do. Now, you've already passed tax cuts. Check. Good job. But you also promised to repeal and replace Obamacare, and you also, most of you, promised to build the wall. So now is your opportunity. It's March. You have until November to follow through, show some backbone, show some vision, mean what you say what you mean, finish the job on Obamacare, and start building the wall. Now, if you do that, my guess is, I've only been at this 30 years, voters are going to reward you. And if you don't do it, they probably won't.